Tanner
Hey,
Scott
Tom,
looks
thank you
pretty
very
good.
much. Yeah, the last night was pretty impressive. I think told mostly by the players and coaches of the Minnesota Twins. One of the coaches came up to me when Jim and I were down around the batting cage today, and he said, "Who was that lefty and where did he come from?" They hadn't heard of him, hadn't seen him. They saw him last night, and they were very impressed, and he was tough.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a scouting report, and, this guy throws, 95 to 99. So, he comes in, and you're trying to match up. Well, you got Maurer, who's, hitting, about 289 lifetime against lefties. Well, he goes down, Rosario goes down, Dozier goes down. So I think what Tanner is, we were kind of messing around, talking to Fry and a lot of young pitchers yesterday, and they said, well, I said, just don't mess up, enjoy yourself up here. And they said, what'd you tell Tanner Scott? I said, well, just throw strikes. And I think what he's finding, and we saw it last night, lefties are about 172. So he's dominating left-handed hitters. But righties are 340. And I think what he's learning, and we all learned this, you got to stay out of the middle of the plate. Doesn't matter if you throw 95 or 97. We've seen, came in last night, first pitch 99 to Maurer, and then the slider has been great. And, you read about Chapman up in New York. He's even better this year because he's throwing more sliders, so less predictable. Scott, number one, he's throwing strikes. What they did last year, the 3-inning starts, really made a difference because he's always had a great arm. 6-round guy, but he had a second, third-round arm, just had to learn to command it.
And interesting how the Orioles are going to do this with him to getting into the starting rotation, that he is pitching a half a game at a time, whether he's starting or he's the guy who comes out of the bullpen. And I don't know if that's going to be the way for the whole rest of the season, but for right now anyway, that gives him a chance to extend himself a little bit, to get the arm stretched out, and to get himself ready to actually go some innings. It's another way of doing kind of what Tampa Bay is doing, figuring you got two guys in any given game where Scott's going to be one of them.
Well, again, this is a team that's 38 games under 500, so it's all about the future, and he's going to be a big part of it. And you want to get your guys with the best arm. I mean, ideally, way back he would have gotten a chance to throw 100 pitches, but that's not the way they do things now. So, learning at this level, not always easy, but again, if you're smart and you're talented and you're in shape, you learn from things, sometimes more negative than positive. But he really has a great arm, and because of the Blyer injury and then the O'Day injury, they need help in the bullpen, and he's been able to help them.
And he impressed last night, no question, with those 3 strikeouts on guys at the top of the order. The Tom and Rick, we'll see whether or not we get to see him again here on this road trip. Minnesota certainly doesn't want to.